us have noticed, I'm sure you have, how the world is quiet. There's a silence around us. Scientists, I read a recent article, last few days. Let me give you the date. It's very important for the date because things are happening so quickly. We're in January, February, March, April the 10th, Good Friday, 2020. April the 10th, 2020. The reason why I count is because I'm doing it in Brazil, and in South America it's opposite. You give the day first, then the month, and then the year. For the other audience, the American audience, the worldwide audience, month, April, day, the 10th, 2020. So like I was saying, I read a recent article. Scientists, seismologists have, they've proven this. The world is quiet. There's no planes, no boats, no rush, no subways or lesser subways, no foot traffic. The world is quiet. And the world is also quiet in another aspect. That daily bombardment of the vibrations of this earth, of the old era. Silent too. Buys, well, not some of them. Buy, sell, become, be, status. Buy a new car, you'll be great. Buy clothes, which show you who you really are. Or go to this restaurant, take this tour, do this, do that. To cover the silence, the emptiness that we feel. Okay? All those temptations that appeal to our vanity, our pride, our greed, okay, are silent too. So let's be like nature. In fact, let's take our cue from nature. Let's take our cue from the planet, which is regenerating itself because there's no pollution. The waters are clearing up. Look at the pictures from Venice. I saw a picture from Mount Everest, and the caption says you could see things you could never see before from that point of view, because there's no air pollution. Look at the cities in China. Look at the cities in our country, the United States, in England, around the world. The skies are clearing, it's blue, you can see stars at night. The world, nature, is regenerating itself. We are in a time of transition. And a lot of people don't see that, and that's why I'm doing these videos. I've been talking about this for years. Here on a radio program I have in Brazil, and in some books that I wrote, but I'm not even going to mention the books. I'm not here to sell books now. I'm here to sell you on two ideas. That this planet is changing. The gears of the universe are at work. The universe is constantly expanding. It's constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. And so is the planet. So is this planet changing too. And it does so independently of us. Some people spiritists say that we're going from a world of expiation where we come to learn through some very hard lessons. We come to put our karmic debt in balance, okay, with ourselves and with others. And others say we're on the border of a new consciousness. We're going from an old era to a new era. I have never cared too much about labels. I don't care about them. I don't like them because they trigger some prejudices in our mind. For me, it's all the same. And so, like I said, this is going to happen, whether we want it or not, because it's the universe at work. It's a natural evolution. And this coronavirus, which I call the virus of the soul, is here to give us a kick in our ass, to start becoming conscious, becoming aware of what is coming. A lot of people say, gee, I hope we get back to normal. No, I hope we don't get back to normal. I hope that this long process, like I said once, it's not like, it's like opening a book. You don't go from the first page to the last page. You go there step by step, page by page by page. And we're at the beginning of this transformation, this transition on this planet. And like I said once before, the great majority of us, not the extremes, not those who right now, if you listen, you pay attention, you can hear them fighting against this new change. You can hear them trying to bring us back to a so-called place of comfort, the old ways of thought. And then there's other spirits who are incarnated here to show us the way. Well, I consider myself in the middle, the big middle, okay? Where I think you and I belong. That we know deep down inside, in what I call the emptiness of the soul, which isn't really too empty, okay? It's full of marvelous experiences from the past. It's full of things we've learned in the past, but we've lost our way. We've forgotten them. We've lost our way because of where we're born at this stage of our development, where you have the temptations, where you have the noise, where you have the glitter, where you have the glamour, okay? We've lost our way. Now is the time to regenerate. World of regeneration. Those lost, not that they're lost, they're there, but the feelings, the notions of morality, of justice, of what is right is wrong, what is fair, what is not fair, what is good, what is evil. We have it. Most of us, I said, the majority, okay? We have it. And it's time to regenerate it. Just like nature, in this pause, in this silence, is regenerating itself. So how do you do that? Well, we're gonna be doing this over a few videos, okay, in some more parts of this virus of the soul. But the first thing we have to do, and I put, it's the 4 R's, okay? Might not make grammatical sense, but it makes it easy to remember, the 4 R's. First, remember. Remember a time in your life, okay? Doesn't matter when. And just one of them. My case, there's a lot of them. But where your vanity or your pride or your ego or your lust for power or lust for sex or your greed, your greed for power, okay, or for status, took control of a situation. Let's just think about that. I'm sure each and every one of us can find hundreds, but let's just start with one. Just with one. Let's reflect, the second R. Let's reflect on that. Think about how maybe you hurt someone or even hurt yourself. And now here comes the first important thing to do. Forgive yourself. The Lord's Prayer says, forgive us trespasses as we forgive those. But I think the first thing we have to do is forgive ourselves so we can let go of that situation, so we can overcome that situation. We who are brought up in a Judeo-Christian culture, we love guilt. Well, there is no guilt. There's just the consequences of good or bad decisions. Okay? So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself so you can do the next thing. So you can redo the situation. In your mind, in yourself. Okay? Let's fill up the emptiness. The emptiness that made us go out and take drugs. That made us go out and want to screw someone else for power or for position or for status or for money or for gain. Okay? Let's fill that emptiness with a new situation. A situation where we are more understanding, more tolerant, and more empathetic. And then the last thing. Regenerate. Just like nature is doing right now. Let's begin to regenerate. We're going to like I said, we're going to do some more talks on this, more videos on this, whatever. Regenerate the feelings of justice, of compassion, of empathy, of what is right and what is wrong. So let's take advantage. Let's use not only the silence, the oral science, the silence. No buses, no trucks, no jets, no people walking in the city, okay? Let's use the silence that right now society is at. We're not being bombarded by all the noise around us. Do this, buy this, take this, use this. No, use what we already have, the great majority of us, okay? And let's regenerate, just like nature is regenerating the trees. The leaves are brilliant now, okay? They have a new color. Water has a new color. The air, the sky. Let's regenerate that. Let's regenerate the feelings of compassion, of empathy, of what is right and what is wrong. That's inside of us. Because those gears of the universe, okay, they're moving independently of what we want. Okay? The evolution is going on. The transition is going on. Let's try to regenerate ourselves. Thanks.